everyone. Thank you for joining me today for this exploration, this clinic of Warrior Two pose, Virabhadrasana 2. This is an asymmetrical standing posture, but today we will begin from either table or downward facing dog. So you can choose whatever feels most comfortable and is best suited to your body, your level of energy today. We will also be making the use of blocks in this demonstration. It's not required that you follow along with blocks, but I'll be making use of them just to demonstrate how we can lean on them and be very much supported by the use of blocks in this posture as we come into this posture. Wonderful. So let's go ahead and get started. You can find table pose or downward facing dog. Aligning your wrists underneath your shoulders to come into table pose, knees underneath hips. If you wish to transition from here into downward facing dog, you can spread your fingers out wide. Press down through palms and fingertips, tuck toes, hips reach up and back. From either table or downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, we will lift the right side leg. So you can reach it back, flexing the foot, the heel stretches back. Either three-legged table or three-legged dog. And on an exhale, sweep your right foot forward. Stepping right foot forward towards your hands. Now this is where you can use your blocks to get yourself comfortable and situated in a lunge for transition. So you can wiggle, heel toe, your ankle underneath your knee. You might even be dropping through a low lunge to get yourself settled here. So do take your time. You'll notice your right toes are pointing forward. Then if you've lowered to a low lunge, you can lift your back knee. Let's root down through the back foot, left foot, toes turn out to the side. The angle is very much up to you. It's toward 90 degrees, but you can play with that. And slowly we'll lift ourselves upward. So taking time, this can be challenging for the balance when you're settling in. Noticing here this right side, foot and leg. You can really root down through your right foot. You might spread your toes out. Feel your knee starting to lunge over the ankle as you're moving into the Warrior Two position for your legs. Building from the ground up, our postures. And then when you feel ready to pause, the knee reaches toward the pinky toe side of the foot. So rather than the big toe side leaning inward, can you draw the knee toward the pinky toe side and you start to feel a whole bunch of hip opening benefits here, even through the inner thigh, all while you strengthen and stabilize as well. You can take a look at your back foot. So this foot might be parallel with the back edge of your mat, or maybe toes turn toward the short edge of your mat a little, up to you. Good, so we're finding the feet, finding the legs, really even pressing into the outside edge of this back foot here. A slight pelvic tilt, rooting tailbone downward can support you in relieving any sense of compression through the low back. So the tailbone roots down. It might feel like your pubic bone is drawing upward, and ride that wave of energy upward as the crown of the head lifts, your shoulders float over your hips, and then you might reach your arms out wide. So know that there's lots of different variations of every posture, and you feel empowered to explore the variation that works for you. So if extending through the arms feels tiring, at any point, hands can come to the heart. Or you might even take a break there for a few breaths and then come back to this almost like a capital letter T shape for your arms. Now you might look back, see what your left arm is doing back there. Arms parallel to the floor if that's available. Good, so we found lots of length through the spine. We've already noticed that shoulders are over hips. Now when you feel ready, once you feel settled, you can take a gaze over your right side fingertips. Notice your breath. Can you relax your gaze? Relaxing the gaze, relaxing the mind, while maintaining a sense of concentration, a sense of focus. This Warrior Two pose, Virabhadrasana 2, really connects us with the third chakra, Manipura chakra. Our center of will, determination, confidence, an element of fire. You might feel this alive here in Virabhadrasana 2. Let's take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to lower your right arm, windmill your left hand up and over, almost like a cartwheel. You can lift your back heel. You might reach for blocks or the ground, lifting back heel. We'll step back to downward facing dog or table pose. So do take your time to shift into either of those postures. And before we do the opposite side, you may like to pedal out through the feet. Take a couple of breaths in downward dog or table to notice the difference from side to side. So finding a symmetrical posture in your body after an asymmetrical posture can be a nice way to feel the effect, sense the benefit, the spaciousness, the strength. When you're ready, left leg reaches back, flexing foot, three-legged table or dog. Exhale, sweep left foot forward. Do take your time. You might lower to a low lunge to shift, even holding your leg to help your foot along. Eventually the ankle lands under the knee, just in your own time. Maybe blocks are helping you here, bringing the floor up to you a little bit. Let's lift back knee if it's lowered. Turn the foot outward, toes pointing outward to your own degree. This time you might like to reverse. Windmill the arms up and out. Using the eyes, your sense of sight, to notice your alignment, to help you to settle in here. Looking at the feet, shoulders over hips. You might even use your sense of touch. You can do the same with your arms. Right hand might sweep to left, tracing across the chest and then reaching back. You can follow that right hand with the gaze before then turning your gaze over left side fingertips. Like you're looking at a target, like you're focusing in on a dream, on a goal, a desire, taking aim. Deep breaths, and know that there's lots of room here to get creative. If you wish to flip left palm up, you can come into reverse warrior. You might sweep into extended side angle pose. So do feel free to explore. You could come into eagle arms, Garudasana arms, wrapping your arms around each other, or even pressing the palms and the forearms together. Flowing with breath if you wish. Good, let's take one more deep breath in. You can feel the effects here through your hip and thigh. We'll slowly windmill forward and down as you exhale. Lift back heel, and one more time. Let's return to table pose together. You could wag your tail from side to side or circle through your hips. Good, and you can keep going with that intuitive movement for just as long as you would like to, as long as you would love to, honoring your need for any counter stretches. And I hope that you enjoyed this exploration of Warrior 2 pose with me, Virabhadrasana 2. You can let me know anything that came up for you in the comments below. I do appreciate you being here, and I hope that you can feel the effects, some of the benefits of Warrior 2 pose, like stretching and strengthening through the low body, and some strengthening through the core, lengthening through sides body, across the chest, side body. Good, lots of stretching and strengthening in that posture, even a challenge for our balance as well. And of course, the energetic benefits of chakra 3, Manipura chakra. Wonderful. So I look forward to exploring more postures with you and to seeing you in the next video. Namaste.